Good morning, everyone. This is Diane Murray at Southern Art Gallery, and today I thought we would do a quick study of phthalo green. Get back into doing our pigment. I have not included phthalo green in my split primary palette for my beginners. However, we are doing an advanced class now, and we're looking at additional pigments. And although it's not on my primary palette, I've had kind of a love-hate relationship with phthalo green. I put it on my palette and then I take it off and then I put it back on. And so I thought I would just look today at how versatile this color is as a mixing color. I don't believe it has very much merit on its own. It's way too vivid and staining for me. However, it does make some beautiful darks, and a lot of artists have it on their palette. So I thought we would look at some of the different combinations and let you decide for yourself if you wanted to have this pigment, which is PG7, on your palette. This is phthalo green. You can see how vivid and how artificial it looks because it is a phthalo color. Here it is mixed with a color called alizarin gold from Da Vinci, and it makes quite a nice brown. If you mix it with alizarin crimson, which is a very standard mix for getting darks, I can never push this to black, so I don't know if it's just me or if it's the alizarin crimson. That's a Da Vinci alizarin crimson I'm using, but I always end up getting these maroon colors, which are kind of pretty, or you can get a darker green. This is magenta, quinacridone magenta, and phthalo blue, and that is a nice combination. Steve Quiller uses that combination quite often. That does make a very nice dark. And ultramarine and phthalo green makes this a really lovely blue. With lemon yellow, it makes this kind of acidy yellow green, which is really a very pretty color. Down here we have nickel azo with phthalo green, which makes a nice kind of a sap green. And with cerulean, it makes quite a soft sea green, which I think is very, very useful. And that's what I primarily use phthalo green for, is seascapes. Here it is with Payne's Gray, and that actually made a pretty nice dark. This is burnt umber and phthalo green. It made this gorgeous, this is probably my favorite, made this gorgeous evergreen kind of green. And a lot of people use phthalo green to make their greens. They just alter it and they get lots of different greens, like you can see here with Indian yellow. You get a kind of a mid, not really as vivid as this or as green as that, but you get kind of more of a warmer green. This is Bright Red by Senoyer. It makes a kind of it goes back to that kind of purpley, dull violet color. And this is a pretty combination. Quinacridone violet with phthalo green makes this really lovely dark, which is on the blue-gray side. And I really like that as well. But I suggest you just get some, if you have phthalo green, just play with it and try different mixtures with everything on your palette and see if you like the combinations that it makes. And I'm really not sure about putting this on beginner's palette or not. I really haven't made a decision about that. But anyway, I thought you'd enjoy seeing the different colors you can make with phthalo green, and hopefully my students will find this helpful.